Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Uniforms of the Screen. This year we felt like something of a holiday special was in order, and so today we will be gearing towards a spookier theme to celebrate Halloween, or just horror in general, by covering the uniform of the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service Guards, seen in the movie Resident Evil Apocalypse. Now, when one hears Resident Evil, chances are they're going to think of the ongoing video game franchise that has spanned numerous games since 1996, or the movie franchise of the same name that kicked off in 2002. Either way, zombies or the name Umbrella, as in the Umbrella Corporation, will likely soon follow after. For this one, we'll be focusing on a specific tactical unit within the UBCS that was seen mainly in the second movie, Resident Evil Apocalypse. Without getting too much into the various storylines and elements of the movies and games, Umbrella was a pharmaceutical and genetic engineering company that ended up releasing a deadly contagion upon the population, resulting in people getting infected and mutating into zombies and other grotesque creatures. In the movie franchise, it starts with their underground facility, known as the Hive, located below Raccoon City, being overrun, with the second film having the contagion spread to the surface. Throughout the movie, numerous Umbrella tactical units are seen deployed around the city in an attempt to contain the outbreak. However, one specific unit is seen guarding essential Umbrella locations and personnel. These guard units don't exactly have an official name, but are unofficially referred to as Black Visor Guards because of their full-face bike helmets, or Centurion Guards, as many of their pieces that made up their uniform was from Hatch's Centurion line of protective gear. Now, before we actually jump into the video, do keep in mind that if you are attempting to source a lot of these parts, it may be a bit hard as a large number of pieces in the Centurion line have been discontinued. That being said, it may be a little bit of a challenge locating links, but what we can find we'll list in the description as we always do. Okay, starting off with the weapons, the guards are seen using a variety of firearms. Their primary ones are the following: an HK UMP-9, an HK G36C, a SIG SG552, and a Micro Galil. Most guards also had a Beretta 92FS as their sidearm, though these weren't really seen being used during the movie. Additionally, a few guards also carried and used throwing knives. These were the United Cutlery Model UC1255 7.25-inch lightning bolt throwing knives. Now, onto their actual uniforms. Perhaps their most distinctive feature was their all-black bike helmet they wore. These were actually Airy Tracker GT helmets in black with a black tinted visor. These are quite a bit hard to source, and if you do manage to find one, it will likely not be the all-black model. As an alternative, many people who've put these together have simply gotten a black bike helmet and either replaced the visor with an all-black one or just tinted a clear one. Next up is their main suit. For the movie, a two-piece Lycra undersuit was used. The top included a turtleneck, while the pants had faux pocket flaps attached to the back. Your best bet is to get a Lycra or spandex morph suit and add the pockets and turtleneck on. Alternatively, most people will just go for a black BDU set, as they are pretty easy to find online and look a bit more proper. On top of this suit, they wear a large form of body armor. This is actually a Hatch Centurion CPX 1000. These range in price and are quite hard to find, but a few very close options from Hatch, such as the CPX 2000 and 2500, are still floating around. These models included shoulder guards, which saw the inclusion of a set of patches showcasing the UBCS logo. Very close reproductions of these can be found on eBay and Etsy. Additionally, some members had horizontal first lieutenant bars above these patches. Whether this was to denote rank or something else, however, is not known. Moving down the arms are the Hatch Centurion EP300 elbow pads, and ending the arms are the Hatch Dominator RG800 Riot Gloves. Next up is the belt. These are probably the easiest to find, as they are a simple black US nylon pistol belt. You'll also need the Blackhawk Omega 6 Elite Tactical Holster. Being that there are still a few versions of these floating around, you'll want to get one that's meant for the Beretta 92. However, many of these versions appear very similar to one another, so you can probably get away with another one. A few guards also stored a collapsible black baton behind the straps of this holster. On the other side is the Blackhawk Omega Elite M16 flashbang pouch. Then on the legs you'll need the Hatch Centurion KP250 knee pads. Last are the boots. This is where things get a little confusing. Throughout the movie, there are no really good shots of the boots beyond their general shape and outline. That, mixed with the fact that the movie is over 15 years old, makes identifying the exact make and model a little bit of a challenge. There were at least 2 styles seen. The first were taller leather-style boots, which featured a yellow Vibram stamp on the middle of the sole. Based on their overall height and the way the light hits the material, they appear to be some form of paratrooper boots. These were likely an older model Corcoran Marauders or jump boots. The second type appears to be a more modern style boot. If you look closely, you can make out on the tongue of the boot a gray rectangle, which appears to be the older, larger logo for Magnum brand boots. Additionally, on the sole of these boots, a blue rectangle stamp, which appears to say Magnum as well, can be seen. The closest style to these are Magnum Classics, as they feature the same large gray rectangle and have a red rectangle stamp in the same orientation as the screened-used ones. If anyone is familiar with either of these models, please feel free to leave a comment or message us directly, and we'll be sure to add the necessary details in the description. And with that, we've covered their full uniform. So, a bit of a quick video, but a cool one nonetheless. For anyone curious, we do plan on covering other uniforms seen in Apocalypse, such as the ones worn by the UCBS strike teams and STARS members, as well as other ones seen in the Resident Evil movies and maybe even the games if the demand is there. So be sure to subscribe or check back soon for more episodes of Uniforms on the Screen, and for those of you who celebrate it, have a happy Halloween, and for those of you who don't, happy October 31st. Okay, bye.